If you're anxious about going to the gym again, if you're a man in your 40s, 30s, or 50s, and you're looking to get leaner, but you're just really anxious about going back to the gym like you used to, it doesn't fit your lifestyle anymore, and it becomes a bit of a slog, this video is for you. Now, over the last few years, like I said in a previous video, which I'll link down below, I have really focused on a specific demographic of man who used to be in shape and used to go to the gym like they used to, used to enjoy it. But then life happens, work happens, family happens, and you try, once you've decided to get back in shape again, you try to go and do what you used to, but you can't do it anymore because your body just doesn't allow it, your mind doesn't allow it, and your circumstances doesn't allow it. And it becomes very frustrating. I've definitely been there. It becomes frustrating and you just end up not doing anything and you procrastinate and you go online. And this video today is going to show you how you can actually train like you used to in a more controlled way, in a healthier way, in a more fun way, and a productive way from home with even no equipment. Now, just to recap what I said in the previous video, if you haven't watched that actually, in order to get in shape in terms of our training perspective, we need to be lifting fairly heavy because heavier is always better for strength, for longevity, and our physique. We never see a bodybuilder, a lean bodybuilder. I know we're not trying to look like a bodybuilder, but we never see a lean bodybuilder lifting pink dumbbells when trying to, drop body fat. They always lift heavy. And I grew up with that world. I grew up around those people and I asked the questions and everybody always said to me, lift heavy, because it's just the way, men and women. And strength training and resistance training is the absolute key when it comes to training. So when it comes to that, automatically our brain says, right, I need to get to a gym. I need to go to a gym because that's what I used to do and that's where the weight is. And that's not wrong at all. And that is totally correct. However, like I just mentioned, a lot of the time it's difficult to go back to a gym. And I'm here to tell you today that you do not need to, at least at the start, you don't need to. All of my clients, probably barring 20% of them, actually train from home. And they used to love going to the gym. And now, because they train from home, they've seen such good results, they don't actually want to go back to a gym. So we're going to go through today exactly how you can do that, even with minimal equipment. So really important to understand that anywhere between 6 reps to 25 reps is going to help you to build muscle. Now, because we're trying to lift heavy, anywhere, in my opinion, between 6 reps to 12 reps is our magic number. Now, you'll see people online and they'll say you need to lift this amount of reps, or whatever. But I always say 6 to 12 because it gives you a little bit of leeway to play around with what works for you. I'm not going to say this is correct. It just gives you that leeway. Excuse me. So whenever it comes to getting those results, all you need to pick is really basic exercises to start with. Now, if you have no equipment whatsoever, you can use your body weight to do exactly that, because it's the intensity and the resistance that actually changes the body. Okay, weights obviously helps us to do that and gives us more options, of course. Like if you have weights, amazing. But if you only have your body weight, this is what you need to do. So press ups, for example, are really basic, but they're very useful. And there's loads of different ways that you can make that more intense to hit those rep ranges of what you like. So let's say, for example, I want you to do 6 reps over the weeks, building up to about 12 reps. Okay, so every week you're going to make it a little bit harder. So if you know that you can do 12 reps pretty easily, okay, then you're going to say, well, that's not really intense for me. So there's different ways that you can do it to make it more intense. So we can do a thing called time under tension, where we focus on maybe 3 or 4 seconds down, 3 or 4 seconds on the way up. We can do a thing where we add a resistance band if we've got it around our shoulders to make it more intense. We can do isometric holds. There's loads of different ways that you can actually rinse the intensity out of a bodyweight exercise without actually having to add loads of weight. And a lot of my clients do that. And a lot of people have been able to really use their environment to get those results really, really effectively. So it just means that, you don't have to buy expensive gym equipment if you don't want it. You don't have to, spend loads of time trying to find the time to train, because you have the time to train because you'll know what to do. And I think when it comes to that, it's so important to understand how to actually train when it comes to the basics, especially when it comes to bodyweight stuff. Now, if you want any help with knowing any bodyweight exercises and how to make them more intense, give me a message on Instagram, or if you want to join my community down below, I do have a free ton of content of how to actually train from home specifically. So join it, it's totally free, and I can help you with that as well. Now, once you've mastered that bodyweight stuff, the next step up could be adding weights that doesn't require you to buy anything. So one of the best things that you can do is buying yourself a backpack or using a backpack and just chucking a ton of weight in there. You know, things like tins of beans and items that are, you know, you can just put in your bag. Books, everybody has them. And that's a really good next step to be able to actually get those results, you know. And if you kind of can keep doing this and you can keep progressively overloading everything with these little things every week, you can get a full year's training in without actually having to buy any gym equipment if you do it correctly. And that is actually one of the best things ever. It's cheaper, it's more fun, and you can spend more time with your family as well, because you've understood how to actually train, you've understood how to progress that stuff. And it means if you actually do end up wanting to go to a gym after 6 months to a year, you will have all the knowledge that you need, because you have used your environment so much, you've squeezed out every bit of knowledge and intensity of how to actually train, that a gym, you know, you're never going to worry about it being busy again, because you can work with nothing. You're never going to worry about, you know, waiting for a machine, because you can do anything you want to. That's super beneficial. And having that knowledge is going to take you from here to here when it comes to getting the physique and body and the strength and the lifestyle that you want whilst losing body fat. So just to recap and keep this simple, you don't need a lot of equipment or any equipment at all. Stick to the basics. So press ups, we're talking squats, whatever exercises you like body weight wise. If you want me to tell you a few more, like I said, they're in the community and I can help you with that as well. And basically pick a rep range anywhere between 6 to 12 reps. Start on it, go intense, maybe 80% intensity, or maybe to 100% if you really want to work hard, and then beat it next week. Write it down, make sure you're recording it. And that's how you keep training. If you want to add a bit more resistance, use household items like a backpack with some weights as well. And that's going to really help to add that extra weight and intensity. If you want more information on this and you actually want the guide to help you to be able to learn how to train from home as well, click on the link below and I'll send that across to you. And if you have any questions, message me on Instagram and I'll be happy to help.